Live. How's everybody today?
That's pretty good.
All right. Well, what's up, and welcome to episode 5. Miles was getting ahead of me there, trying to welcome everybody.
Sorry,
yeah,
she
welcome
was
to
very close
episode
to me.
5 of the Nerdy as Hell podcast. As always, I'm your host, Matt, and I am joined today by the same people who have joined me all 5 times. We've got at the bottom left, I have Cheyenne. At the top left, we've got Jake, and at the bottom right, we got Chris. Tonight, we're going to talk about some controversy coming out of Super Smash Brothers from this past week. And then we're also going to touch on loot boxes and the free-to-play craze that's going on in gaming right now. Then we're going to wrap the show up with a cool seasonal segment. Let's get nerdy. All right. So, you guys had anything interesting happen over the past week?
Interesting, huh?
I mean, for me, my whole interesting bit is what I want to talk about here in a little bit. So.
Okay. All right. Well, that's fair enough. Fair enough.
Well, my interesting bit is about a friend of mine who does the True Talks podcast. I'm actually repping some of her merch, but she's kind of
Nice.
she's kind of reinventing her whole podcast. She wants it to be a place where you can come and talk and get the real
Talk truths.
talk truth about, like social stuff that's going on today.
Hell yeah.
Given her opinion, but also she's willing to change her opinion if she, when she learns more about it. So
If she's presented with like a valid reasoning,
if she's
Man,
not,
you mean,
she's
so
not
you mean
hard-headed.
she is an adult?
like a decent human being.
Yes, she is a decent human being. Anyway, her name is Trinice, and she's awesome. And so I just wanted to rep her
Trinice?
podcast.
Hell yeah.
Shout out to Trinice and True Talks.
If anybody likes
True Talks.
stuff like that, definitely go give that a listen.
Good.
What about you, Chris? How was your weekend?
It's been fine. I've been trying to hang out with Catherine because she's about to leave tomorrow. She's going to go drive to Williamsburg to watch her brother's pets. And she's going to be there
Oh.
until the 14th. So my ass just going to be home watching the
Damn. Better get that lotion ready.
Why?
I don't know, to moisturize his
moisturize.
skin, Cheyenne.
My
What are you
elbows are
talking
ashy,
about? What are you
Cheyenne.
talking about?
Why do you have to?
Chris
Dry
has dry skin.
Yeah.
Moisturize those hands. Chris is a working man. He's got working man's
I know.
hands.
He's going to get
And
that
they're dry.
O'Keefe's and cake it on the inside of his palm.
Real talk, O'Keefe's is the shit though when it comes to real lotion. Like if your hands are dry, O'Keefe's is the shit. Hashtag not sponsored.
Oh, no, definitely not.
Not spawns.
So, I do have an endoscopy development.
Ooh.
So-
Oh God.
This Wednesday, I was supposed to be having my esophagus scoped to see if I, had any problems going on there. So then, I think it was Friday at like 4 o'clock. Sarah got a call from our insurance agency to let us know what the estimate on that was going to be. Does anybody want to take a guess at how much that was going to cost?
$10,000.
All
At least
right.
in the
Come on.
$8,000 range.
No, I mean that's a lot,
plus.
but no. So it was going to cost us. Well, what insurance wasn't going to cover was going to be about $1,500. To literally just put a camera down my throat, but I had to be put to sleep, which was probably $1,200 worth of that.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Because they can't put a camera down my throat with me being awake because I would choke on it and die. So, yeah, so I called them back on Friday and was like, yeah, we're going to need to cancel that appointment. Not trying to be $1,500 in the hole, because just to make sure that and let me try to articulate exactly what the doctor said. So based on my weight loss and symptoms, he's pretty sure that I don't have anything out of the ordinary going on other than just, chronic acid reflux, which has been getting better with the medicine I've been taking and with losing weight as well. So,
That's
but he said he wanted to just make sure that I don't have Barrett's esophagus, which, by the way, is a 1 out of about 600 white males. Get that have my
I'm safe.
symptoms. So no, and then he wanted to make sure I don't have that, and make sure that the 1% of those people usually develop esophageal cancer. So he wanted to make sure that I didn't have Barrett's esophagus, which then is a 1 in 600 chance, and then inside that, about a 1% chance of having esophageal cancer. So,
He wanted to
if
bill
I-
your intentions.
yeah. Basically, that would be like what, a 0.006% chance to have esophageal cancer.
Something minuscule like that.
So
And you're a non-smoker too, so
yeah,
like,
yeah. And I don't drink a lot of alcohol either. So
no, you don't.
um,
See,
yeah. So I was
for you-
instantly out. I was like, oh no. I thought realistically maybe like $200, $300. I could see that. Like, that's fine. That's I can definitely understand that, just to make sure. But I'm not. No, I'm sorry. There's no way I'm spending that much money.
For you, few, if there are any foreign listeners, we live in America, so you can laugh at our medical coverage.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Definitely has room for improvement.
yeah, it's laughable. It's laughable how much that would cost.
Yeah,
It's a lot.
pretty
Yeah,
bad.
so another cool kick-ass thing that no one will care about, but it does involve games. Last night I did win a race on iRacing. So I will
Nice.
say that was a cool story. Not really, but
That's cool.
and then I went over to my dad's house to watch some football, and the ridiculous race yesterday as well.
Oh, don't even
Yeah,
get me
we don't even
started.
want to get into that right now. This is not the place to talk about that. But yeah, so with all that said, we'll go ahead and throw it over to Jake to see what he's been bitching and crying about over the last couple of days.
Jake.
Bitching and crying about.
Oh
I'm not the only one.
Well, please tell us.
I am not the
Is
only one.
everybody bitching and crying?
Damn near everybody.
Because all the
See,
memes
I'll
I've
look
been
up the meta.
seeing, everybody seems pretty excited about what you're about to say.
We'll get there. We'll get there. So, for those of you who don't know, this past what was it, Thursday, October 1st, Nintendo decided that they wanted to release a trailer video for the new upcoming DLC for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate on the Switch. I know, I'm getting there, Miles. Hold on, relax. But the new DLC character/ers that are coming to Smash Ultimate are Steve from Minecraft. And my God, has that turned the Smash community upside down. I'm sorry.
I can't imagine.
It's fine. Yeah,
I'm
I saw
devastated.
that was the announcement, and I was like, well, that's stupid.
I thought that
But
was pretty
all-
weird
that was all.
myself.
It
but
is. It is. And so he was announced on October 1st in Nintendo Smash Direct. The DLC pack will include Steve, your standard Steve, Alex, and all of these are skin variations. So there's no difference between the characters. They're just skin variations. Steve, Alex, which is like the girl version of Steve.
Yeah.
Your
She's the
standard zombie.
green shirt, red hair, right?
Blonde hair, I'm pretty sure. Or no, red hair. You're right. Red hair. You're right. And a zombie, as well as an Enderman. Oh, good grief! I'm so sorry, guys.
It's
I
okay.
have to get the child out of here, otherwise she's gonna scream.
All right. Well, while he's doing that, I mean, what do you guys think of them adding Minecraft characters to Super Smash Brothers?
don't see how that has anything to do with it, but I also didn't understand the Fire Emblem characters either.
Yeah,
Who
but I
was
mean,
asking
that's a
for
Nintendo
Minecraft?
property at least.
I don't understand.
Well,
Who was like, we need to add Minecraft characters to Smash because that's what we need.
He's gonna.
Yeah.
I have the look on his face tells me he's about to get into it. But also, Chris, you sound
Yeah.
good now.
Thank you.
The creator of Super Smash Brothers, Masahiro Sakurai,
The genius he is.
who's also the creator of Kirby. He basically, like, after the reveal trailer last Thursday, there was a little tidbit where he was just, talking to the people about it. And my God, this man looked so disheartened. Like, I did not want to do this. I told Nintendo I did not want to do this, but somebody from Notch or from whoever runs
Microsoft?
Minecraft.
Microsoft.
Yeah, Microsoft. Somebody from Microsoft came up to me and said, "You should really, really do this. Like, this is, I mean, business-wise, it makes sense. It's the number one selling game in the world. Minecraft is.
Mhm. It's very
Like,
popular, yeah.
It's huge, and Smash Ultimate is huge. It's it's supposed to be a crossover of all games, but you could just see it in this man's eyes. Like, I really didn't want to do this, but they kind of forced my hand.
I don't know, it just feels kind of like
It
if
feels
they had
very
added
Forced. It feels very forced. Right?
yeah.
But so after the initial, at the end of the trailer that was on the initial release last Thursday, he said, "And I will be back Saturday." I'm paraphrasing, of course, but he's like, "I will be back Saturday," which normally in a normal world, pre-coronavirus, would have been Minecon, so like the convention for Minecraft. But instead, he's like, "I'll be back Saturday on Minecraft Live to go into more detail about how these characters work."
Hmm.
So obviously yesterday I went into and watched Sakurai talk about how the characters are going to work. The first thing he was super adamant about was that he's like, "Look, this development and this trailer was made in August and it's getting released in October, so there will probably be some changes between now and then, now and release date, which the release date is October 13th, so next Tuesday.
I feel like that's generally how game trailers and stuff like that work.
Yeah.
People don't understand that they make them weeks, if not months in advance. So like anything you've ever seen at E3 or something like that has literally been recorded probably weeks or months in advance of that showing.
But so yeah, he was like, at least 5 or 6 times throughout the whole trailer, he was saying, "Look, this is what it is right now, and I cannot guarantee that it'll stay the same way when it gets released." Personally, I know that this started as a joke, like the whole Steve from Minecraft joining Smash. To me, from what I remember, it was all just a joke, and I don't know. I will say this: this will be the first Smash Ultimate DLC that I'm probably gonna get. I am probably gonna get this DLC because I want to figure Steve out. I watched the trailer where Sakurai goes into more depth about how the character works and the character moves, and it's pretty intense. Like, you think of Smash and it's just fight. You got your forward smash, back smash, up down smash, and then forward B, up B, down B, all that stuff.
Obviously,
and
yeah.
Let me preface it by saying this: I am not at all a competitive Smash player. I am very casual. I played it for the first time in like 6 months on Friday night.
And that's where everyone listening that cares about Smash was like, "Oh, fuck this guy's opinion."
Yeah, fine. That's fine. I'm just throwing out my own personal opinion, and do with it what you will.
Oh, they will.
But again, this will probably be the first DLC that'll happen that I'll actually buy. I don't find any interest in any of the other DLCs that have been released, but I'll come back to that in a little bit. So I did write down some basic information about how Steve will handle, or any of the Minecraft characters will handle.
Go for it.
First of all, the biggest glaring problem I see with maining Steve is the fact that his jump is abysmally low. His single jump is just absolutely terrible.
So what does that mean for people that don't play Smash Brothers? What exactly does that mean?
It hurts with recoveries, offstage recoveries.
Okay, all right.
Like, how most you've played Smash?
Yeah, I've played it enough to understand the recovery system. Yes.
So think about playing Mario. You hit that first jump, and you can make it onto a platform that's above you, right?
Yeah.
Steve cannot. It's terrible. His solo jump is just awful. So all your Minecraft tools are available. You have your axe, your pickaxe, your shovel, your which one am I missing? Oh, and your sword. They're all available. Those are all, and they're also under a durability limit. So just like in Minecraft, however many times you hit a character, it takes down wear on that tool, and eventually that tool will break.
Isn't
Which I
that
thought was an
sorry? Isn't that how Smash Bros. Like weapons work anyway?
that's how like
The
random
special
items,
weapons.
yeah, the special
Okay,
items
alright.
that drop, not just
Oh, so
like
he actually has those weapons then, like
you have to craft them. You have to physically craft them. It's not as complex as like when you're playing in Minecraft. It's literally so what happens is when you start a level,
do you
you'll
have to pick
spawn
up
in, right?
items that are spawned on the map?
No, you'll spawn in the level, and in the level, the crafting table will spawn literally right next to you. And then I think you can't quote me on this. I'm not 100% sure. You will start with a wooden pickaxe, and you can mine stuff off the floor, and it doesn't matter. You can mine in the dirt and still get
Is it
redstone.
you get random
dirt.
stuff out of it?
Yes, but it's random, but it's not the full scope of what you can get in Minecraft.
Yeah, it's
So you
just
can get dirt,
stuff to use for the
iron.
weapons you would craft and shit.
Exactly. You can get dirt, iron, wood, diamond, gold, and redstone were the ones that I saw the most.
But can you build with like the dirt and shit you get?
Yes, you can.
Of course.
Absolutely, you can. That's actually one of the defense moves you can do. And honestly, Steve, if you can master working as Steve, I think Steve is probably going to be one of the most OP characters you can use because for off-screen recoveries, that is wild. You can jump out, build a wall between the ledge, and that person will fall and jump back. You, as Steve, will jump back onto the stage and just kill that person.
Interesting.
Certain moves will require actual Minecraft materials. So, like, again, forgive me, I don't really know all the proper terms about Smash, but when you do your aerial down attack, you'll create an anvil and you'll drop it on your characters, similar to like Kirby when you turn into a rock or a thwomp or whatever and fall straight to the ground. But if you don't have any iron ingots, you won't be able to make the anvil. So you'll just
say that again for me.
Iron ingots.
Okay, continue.
Why?
No, go ahead.
Ingots.
Oh, well, I've called them ingots my entire life.
Just
so.
go.
They also created one new level, but with 6 different like terrains. I guess you can call them biomes if we're staying with the context of
it's
Minecraft.
a Minecraft world.
You have just the plains, which is like your standard level, or your standard grasslands level, birch forest, savanna, the taiga, forest, snowy tundra, and stone shore. They're all basically just Minecraft worlds where you can fight in there. They all have their battlefield and omega levels. So for competition, those will be available as well. Please get back, kiddo.
Question for you. Speaking of like people who play Minecraft like Smash professionally, is this going to be a character that's available for championships, or are they going to ban him?
I don't know, because that whole thing where you can jump off the edge and create a wall between the ledge, that seems pretty
OP,
an unfair advantage. So that was one of the first things I thought about when I saw that.
But that's probably why his jump is so shitty, because he's got to have some he's got to have some nerfing. I'm sure he'll be OP as fuck when he first comes out, if he's used in championship.
I just wonder if they'll use him professionally or not.
I don't know, because it brings up a lot of issues with, is that fair to other players to just jump out there, build a wall, and then jump back?
I mean, fucking Kirby can fly, so.
Oh yeah,
a lot of characters can fly.
They'll be fine. I don't know how the competitive scene works in Smash Brothers. All I
Neither
can
do
speak to is the competitive scene in like League of Legends and stuff. But I'm sure
It
there
makes
will
me
be
wanna
patches
learn.
and stuff where certain people are really fucking powerful and certain people are shit. You know, there's always a meta in and stuff like that. It just, I mean, I'm sure. I don't know how they normally do it. You know, League of Legends as of late, just like whatever the new champion comes out, they make them super fucking powerful. So everybody wants to get them and play them, and then they nerf the piss out of them after. Every
I
time.
mean, I can see that happening too.
But you don't need to
and
buy him outside of the DLC, do you really? Like, you don't need to buy him, right?
no, you can
Okay.
still play the game with just a
Okay.
standard roster. All the DLC characters, they're just there for, hey, here's a new character. Spend, I don't even know how much it is. I mean, that's good.
I was about to ask you what the price point is on those DLCs.
You know what? Honestly, I have no idea. That's actually a good question. I probably should have looked into that. But if somebody wants to look that up, but
Yeah, I'll look it up.
I honestly, I mean, all I remember is that one of the first DLC packs had fucking the piranha plant, literally
Oh, that's kind
a
of cool.
potted plant from Mario, and he's a full-fledged Smash character. So it's
Wow.
That's
it's weird.
cool.
But
I
I have
like
two
that
things.
idea.
Two things to end on with this topic. It is
$5.99.
well, so
$5.99.
That's not terrible. It's
you
not
can get him in the
terrible.
Smash
terrible.
Pass though already. So if you have the pass, you'll already get him.
How much is the pass?
$20.
Yeah, that sure. Keep going. I'll find it.
Just a couple things left to talk about. I've seen people who are incredibly disappointed that this actually happened, and I've seen, like you said earlier, people who are just absolutely,
Thrilled.
I don't even know, they're just beyond
25.
excited.
25.
But you get all the DLCs with that though, right?
Yes.
With that 25. Yeah, so
Yeah.
and I think they're up to 7 now. So either
So it's cheaper.
35
It's
bucks?
cheaper to do that.
yeah,
then.
it's cheaper to get
But
the
anyway,
pass.
anyways, let's talk about the actual controversy here with the community.
It's very split. The community has been very split on whether they're for it or not. I watched a lot of reaction videos on YouTube of people who were live streaming the announcement, and
Mm.
I can honestly say that it was like 50-50. People were super happy about it, or they were just so dumbfounded and astounded that it actually happened that they didn't know what to say. So, no,
Oh.
it's just one of those things where I think people will have fun with it eventually. But two things I will end on. First thing is, we all know that Kirby can copy abilities, right?
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
Kirby turns into a fucking cube. I love it. He turns into a cube, and it's so fucking adorable. It's the best.
He
And
turns
second,
into a cube.
Worth it then.
one of the bigger things on my mind is that, and I've actually seen a lot of other people say, is that if Steve from Minecraft happened, then anything's possible. Doom Guy's possible. Geralt is possible.
Oh, you're speaking my language.
Exactly. But one thing that has really hit hard with me is that I know that Masahiro Sakurai and the creator of Kingdom Hearts, I want to say it's Tetsuya Nomura. I'm pretty sure that's who it is. They have worked closely together several times. And that gives me solid hope for Sora coming into Kingdom Hearts, or coming into Smash Brothers. And he should have come in right around the time when Cloud fucking came in. But, that's just me. But I really hope now.
Cloud's
that
been in
if
for a
they can-
while, hasn't he?
Mhm.
No, yeah.
Did he
I mean,
come
he's
in
been
the GameCube one?
No.
No? Okay, the Wii one.
No,
then.
he came
The one on
in
Wii.
in Smash Ultimate.
Which one was that?
This one, Switch.
No, he was on the Wii U one.
Was he?
I'm pretty sure. Anyway, we look like Smash
Regardless.
noobs. Yeah, regardless.
Regardless.
We are.
So I do want to
Regardless,
segue though.
all
Are
I'm
you?
saying,
Were you
all I'm
wrapping
saying
that
is
up?
that I'm.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
yeah.
Oh,
All
I'm
I'm
sorry.
saying is that it brings hope for me to have Sora and Kingdom Hearts one day, so I can main him, and I really hope that happens.
So in that same vein, I did want to ask, since I guess we have Jake's answer now, who would you guys like to see in Smash Brothers? Cheyenne and Chris and myself, I guess. I guess I can start. While Geralt would be cool, there's no fucking way that they would put him in. He's not like, they ever put any realism, like realistic characters like that? Like the closest person you would have is Solid Snake, right?
Yeah.
But he's still
Solid Snake,
basically.
but even all the Xenoblade
his games are very Japanese though.
All the Xenoblade characters, I mean, they're normal people, but they're anime style.
Yeah.
People.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Geralt would look weird as fuck in that game.
Now, Solid Snake is probably the most realistic character on that roster. Or Little Mac. You forgot about Little Mac. He's a human, straight up boxing human.
Okay, I forgot about him because I forgot that he was a character.
He sucks.
Sure.
That too.
Honestly, though, Geralt is already in Soul Calibur, so I wouldn't, whatever.
I thought you were about to say PlayStation All Stars.
Is he?
I have no idea.
No, Soul Calibur. At the top of my list, though, has always been Goku. Because he's a fighter. Put him in the game. He's an anime character. He would dude. People would lose their motherfucking minds.
I would. Lose
I
my goddamn
know.
mind.
Come on.
Well, in that same vein, why not the Sonic characters then?
They have Sonic.
Sonic's in there.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and
Sonic
he
is
can
in
even
there.
go
He's
super
been in
What
there
about
since Brawl.
Sonic,
Yeah,
he's been in there through Brawl.
Sonic and Amy and Knuckles and everybody's in there.
And they'd all be what are they, alphas of each other, where they're the same character but they have the same moveset, different characters,
Yeah, like
quote
skins.
unquote, but they have the same moveset,
Yeah.
like Daisy and Peach.
Yes, yeah. I was
Well,
gonna
yeah,
say, I
just
mean,
like
Sonic's
Steve
been in
and
for a while.
Alex.
Sonic's been in there since Brawl, and that was after
And he was on the
the
DS
greatest.
version.
That was it was Brawl came out after the greatest iteration of Super Smash Brothers.
That was on the
Melee.
GameCube, right? Yeah, Melee was on
Oh,
the GameCube.
God, Melee was the
Melee was
best.
good.
I think Chris Redfield or Leon Kennedy would be good additions.
Oh hell yeah,
That'd be cool.
that would be cool from Resident Evil.
Mhm.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, that would be cool. They'd probably put in Leon first. I mean, he's the blind
Leon's
guy,
a fucking
right?
badass.
In 2 and 4.
To me, it makes me start thinking about what their final smashes would be, and that's just so cool to think about.
Oh, we already know Goku's.
Well, I mean, it'd be
Spirit
a spirit
bomb?
bomb.
Hell yeah, baby. All right,
Dude,
Cheyenne, who you
game-ending
got?
Spirit
Who you
bomb.
got? Go.
I don't
All right,
really have
awesome.
anybody. Cool.
Wow.
Well, Ezio's in Soul
Oh,
Calibur.
stop.
Soul Calibur also. So
You don't have a single anime character or game character from a JRPG?
oh, what
you wanna
about
see?
how about One Punch Man? That'd
I
be
knew she was
pretty
gonna say
cool.
that.
Saitama? That would be sweet.
Saitama.
That would be sweet.
How'd you know I was gonna say that?
I was literally about to suggest it as you said it. I was just
That's
like,
the-
I'm gonna wait and see if she says it.
That's the only like fighting anime. Well, I guess you could do like the My Hero Academia characters would be pretty cool.
I don't know.
Midoriya, and they could have like all the different powers that they have, it'd be
They
cool.
could go beyond Plus Ultra.
Anyway, since we lost half our audience just now.
Yeah.
Oh, come
let's,
on. We gained more because My Hero.
Oh, no, I don't think so. No, we're down. No. Mm-mm. No. I
Also,
don't
speaking
think
of My
so.
Hero, Hero Rising comes out this month.
Blah, 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 blah.
Woo! I saw
Another
it.
This
DBZ
is
character
now-
that would be good, I think, would be Cell,
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
because he likes the tournament thing, and that's kind of his shit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna close the door real
Yes,
quick.
that would make sense. Also, give me some Master Chief while we're at it, Microsoft.
Yeah, fuck it.
Anyway.
If you got
Yeah.
Steve.
Hey, there's your link. Is if they're taking Minecraft from Microsoft?
Yeah, I saw that. I did see that online. They were like, "Hey,
There.
one plus from this is maybe we'll get Master Chief," and I was like, "They're not going to do. Microsoft's not going to force a character in twice."
Hey,
Or-
I don't know.
They
It
will
seems
if they
like
let
You know,
them.
throw
Masahiro
Marcus
Sakura,
Phoenix in there too. He can chainsaw motherfuckers in half. Fuck.
Sakurai has no say in this, apparently.
I mean, it might be his game, but he doesn't own it.
Hey, fair. That's
You
very
can talk to Hideo Kojima about that.
Yeah,
Ooh.
yeah, he can. Yeah.
Long
And
story
look where
short,
Metal Gear is now.
long story
fucking
short,
zombie
Japan,
game.
thank you for so many great video games and anime characters.
Are we having a moment of silence or something?
No.
Yeah,
Okay.
I
It's
guess.
just weird. I mean, I listed off Masahiro Sakurai, Tetsuya Nomura, and then you said, who'd you say, Chris?
Hideo Kojima.
It's just, thank you for so many great games.
Yes, thank you, Kojima.
All right, now that we're done praising our Japanese lords, um, let's.
And Akira Toriyama.
Oh yes, again yes. I mean, we could
Look
continue this, but we're not going to. We're gonna talk about another hot button topic in gaming. We're gonna talk about microtransactions, and a little more specifically near the end, loot boxes, and why. I would assume that I think the majority of us at least would agree that they're very toxic.
Yeah.
Incredibly
It can be.
toxic.
Okay.
They're easy
And,
to use.
Yes.
And yeah, you fall into them really easily.
Oh yes. But don't worry, we'll get in there. I've got some bullet points here, and we'll get there. But
No, it's okay, Miles. It's just my $75 controller. You can play with it. That's
yeah, just throw it into the wall or something.
or
you
it's
know,
in her mouth.
for the content. Oh, that's fine.
Slobber on it.
Yeah.
She'll just break her teeth off on it. But anyway, so I do, just for anyone that is listening that doesn't know what a microtransaction is.
Should have been an explainer.
So here is the actual textbook definition of a microtransaction. It is a very small financial transaction conducted online. And I'm sure all three of you guys heard a word in there, or at least two words in a row, where you were like, okay, sure. Yeah.
Very small.
Very small. That was not rehearsed. I just want to be on the record here. That was not rehearsed at all. Yeah. And again, for anybody that doesn't know, the general idea with microtransactions, at least when we first started seeing them, was to offer a small purchase for a cosmetic item or maybe an extra item to use in a game, not in a multiplayer setting, usually. Go ahead. Yes, guy in the stupid shirt in the front row.
Aw.
So, to dumb it down and explain it to Nana or Grandma,
Oh, yeah.
if you play Candy Crush and you're out of lives and it says pay $1.99 to refill your
More
lives, that is a microtransaction.
Yep.
Yep.
And they're preying on you.
Oh God, because you just want to keep crushing that candy.
Mhm. You can't help but want to crush the candy. You can't help
mobile
it.
gaming is
or
I cannot deny
pay
that I have
$1
fallen
to not
victim.
have ads for like 10 minutes or something. I've seen those and those.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But all right, we're gonna get in there.
Mobile
but-
gaming's a cesspit. We can't even.
Yeah, we're
cover
not
that.
even. I'm not
Yeah.
even gonna touch on. I'm not even gonna touch
like
on
pay to
mobile
win
gaming
and all
in
that
this.
shit.
Yeah. Oh, we're gonna touch on some pay to win, but we're gonna keep it not in the mobile verse in terms of
Okay.
games. We're not gonna
hate
go
mobile
mobile because
games.
that is an absolute black hole that we would never come out of.
It's bad.
It is.
Abandon
We
all
would
hope,
still be
you who
recording
enters it.
tomorrow morning.
Devastating.
So yeah, that's kind of how it started. Early, like just a couple years before the like 2010s, they started popping up in that kind of fashion where you could buy skins for guns or buy a gun or pre-order and then buy a gun or something for use in a campaign, but you never really saw it popping up in multiplayer games for a while. because the gaming community in general is not stupid. And if there's anything about the gaming community, they get absolutely outraged of any extra charge.
Price hike. Yeah.
Anything at all. Even though they're willing to spend $60 on a game, the second it goes to $61, they're like,
Ooh.
this is fucking bullshit. So
It's because it's standardized.
yeah.
It's standardized. I mean, across all platforms, no matter most of the time,
$60.
and depending on the value of the game, it's standardized. $60 is the price you're going to pay for a game, and that's what you expect.
Exactly. I want you to save that energy right there. That's what you expect. Thank you. Again, this has
Yes.
not been rehearsed at all whatsoever. You guys this is amazing. So,
We just
then
vibe.
it quickly, and when I say quickly, I mean within a year or two, got absolutely out of control.
Out
So-
of control.
One of the
God, it's
first
still out of
one of the
control.
first things that really took off with microtransactions and stuff like that was the introduction in 2009. EA introduced FIFA Ultimate Team for the first time as a game mode.
Of course it's
which if again,
fucking course it's EA.
yeah, which if anyone is not aware, what Ultimate Team is it's basically a way to, it's like online card collecting, but you get to play with those players in the game. So like you're like back in the day, you would go and buy baseball cards and shit like that and stuff like this. So you're collecting cards virtually with random ratings attached to them, and you put them together in a team and build your team via cards, and you play against other people that are doing the same thing. So at first it wasn't like you could buy card packs back then, but you could also, it was actually viable to play the game and unlock them yourself without actually having to buy more, which quickly
Matt,
became basically impossible.
What's the difference between paying for and time played to earn the same things?
What's the difference?
Yeah, because not to jump ahead in the timeline, but wasn't it Star Wars Battlefront 2, which again was EA upcharge everything?
I'll get there.
Okay, I'll stop.
Dude, I've got this well under control, buddy.
I'm sorry.
Okay, I've got this well under control. We will have discussion points.
I know. I'm sorry.
So just trying to give a little background for people that aren't as deep in the gaming universe and aren't as current with, microtransactions and shit. So yes, got really, like, within a few years, it started popping up in Madden and basically ruined the game there, and has pretty much ruined any EA Sports title at this point, because you will log into the game. The first thing that will pop up is an ad basically for Ultimate Team, and they want you to go buy fucking packs. And it's basically become now almost impossible to play the game without buying the packs. Like, you can't have fun because people will sit there on day one and spend $1,000 on extra card packs, and then they will roll in there day one and beat the shit out of you with 99 overalls across the board when you've got your shitty 50 overalls. And it's terrible. It's really bad. And it's completely out of control. In that category. So
would you say that is the main focus of the developers?
Yes, 100%. At this point, for any EA Sports title, the main focus is
any EA game,
Ultimate Team.
So they don't want to make it a fun game. They want to make it a profitable game.
Yes,
exactly.
And they want to prey on people that are willing to pay that extra amount. So you spend $60 on the game, and here's a prime example of it. So this year, Madden 21 releases, okay? Madden 21 comes out for $60 minimum. Within 2 weeks, they're giving codes away for free. Thousands of codes on Twitter and on Instagram and stuff like that, because the game has been review bombed to piss. And it had a 0.2 out of 100 user review on Metacritic. A 0.2
out of 100.
Out of 100.
Didn't even get to 1.
No.
Point.
My
So
God.
it's been review bombed. It was plagued with glitches and a whole bunch of stuff like that. And in a desperate attempt to salvage the headlines and stuff, they basically just started giving copies away for free and devaluing everyone that spent $60 or more on that game. Then, when the NFL season began, the first week of the season, that whole weekend, they made the game free. You could just download it and play it. But you could still purchase MUT packs, Ultimate Team packs, and all that shit during the free trial, of course, to bait you into buying it and then being like, oh, I guess I got to buy the game too now, if I want to keep this. Except then, until I don't know if I think that they may have updated it now recently. Today, by the way, is October the 5th. Up until last week, for sure, people who downloaded the free trial, they still had it and could play it for a month, at least.
Yeah, because we're 4 weeks into the season.
Yes. You downloaded the free trial, and they never locked you out. They gave you 100% access to the entire game. It was supposed to be just for that weekend, and then they just never updated it and locked you out ever. So again, devaluing the actual initial purchase, all to then open up the game basically and make it free to play for people to spend money on, which we're going to expand on here in a second. And that's why the free to play model works. Is you open it up to everyone and microtransaction the shit out of the game, and that's how you make your money. But yeah, so we're gonna get away from Ultimate Team and because I could go on about that for fucking forever. So that's really where it started getting out of control. Then we started seeing things like seasons passes. So a seasons pass back in around 2012 through 2016, because they don't really do seasons passes anymore because people got fucking tired of it. They would release a game, and I'm going to use, and I love this game, but I'm going to use Batman Arkham Knight as an example. So the whole game comes out, and what a seasons pass is, you spend $60 on the game, and the seasons pass, quote unquote, is basically a one-time purchase of all the DLC they're going to release for the game, and most of them were about $40 to $50 extra dollars. So you're basically almost paying twice as much for about an additional quarter content
of a game.
Yes. So, and I bought the season pass because I love fucking Batman, and I'm sure a fuck ton of other people did also. And yeah, basically what that was, you did get a cool story, like mini, like short 5 or 6 hour story with Batgirl. You got a bunch of fucking skins for Batman. You got a couple like Batmobile racetracks that didn't really do anything for the game. Some Batmobile skins and stuff like that.
This was which one?
For Batman Arkham Knight. And then you also got, I think it was called Season of Infamy, which was an add-on that added, I think, some side quests for like 6 or 7 other villains that probably totaled in for about 5 or 6 hours of gameplay for another $50. And it's all and it's not just you don't get it on day one. You basically, it's spread over months. So a lot of people, I'm sure a good amount of people would buy the seasons pass, beat the game, and then never reap the benefits of the seasons pass. The entire existence. And this happened for almost every AAA game that came out had a seasons pass. Call of Duty did it for years, where it was like, pay another $50 so you can get a couple map packs.
They're still doing it.
Yeah, they do the battle pass now.
Yeah, it's like $10 for every 2 months.
Yeah, exactly. So seasons passes, bad for everyone involved.
What's the difference between like a season pass though, and again a topic that only I know about, like Rocket Pass?
So that's a battle pass. That's down here also. So we'll get there. The difference, I guess, would be the seasons pass is either a yearly purchase or a one-time purchase to basically pre-order DLC is what it was. The battle pass, you pay that amount for either every 30 days or every 60 days whenever the game updates, and
for that event.
But the difference is while it does cost way less. While it does cost way less as a one-time purchase, which again preys on people, it brings you in because it's only $10 or $15 or $20 instead of $50, so you're more likely to buy multiple and spend more money over time, of course. The other thing with that is what a battle pass basically is you pay that monthly or every 60-day price for the battle pass. You basically pay for the opportunity to then unlock things, because you pay for it at a flat rate, and then you have to play the absolute shit out of the game to unlock all the good stuff. And I mean, you have to spend hours and hours and hours and hours grinding the game and playing it endlessly to get all the way to the end of the quote-unquote battle pass and unlock everything. Yes, Jake?
Can I just say that makes, in my experience with the Rocket Pass, when it comes to Rocket League, before Psyonix was bought out, and when it was still pay to play the actual game, that made the game a lot more fun for me. It gave me a lot more motivation to play.
Yeah,
exactly. It gave me an objective. I wanted to get the new car. I wanted to get an upgraded car.
Which again is part of that whole plan to get you to spend more money and keep you in the game to spend money.
But it made
I
it
fell
worth
into
it
that
for
too.
$10 for me to get 3 new cars and then X amount of decals and toppers and paint schemes and all that, that was worth it to me.
I know. I'm not saying that you're an idiot. What I'm saying is that is how they've designed it, and that's why almost every game now has moved to the Battle Pass format.
Yeah.
Because it's a $10 buy-in, and then it's just like, oh, but just keep playing more and you'll unlock this stuff. Instead of actually just giving it to you, it's dude, yeah, it's a trap. Because then you feel guilty. Because then you feel guilty. You're like, I paid $10, I gotta play it. Oh my god, damn it.
You know what? That's exactly what I was about to say. Is the last Rocket Pass? You know, I made it. I think you had to make it to like, I don't know, tier 100, it was 100 plus, something 100 plus, for you to unlock the like fully decked out car that they were featuring through that Rocket Pass. And thankfully through the world going on right now, through the pandemic and all that, they extended it. But before I knew that they extended the Rocket Pass, I was like, shit, I only have a week and I'm like 30 tiers below the top car. So I called my brother Daniel, and I was like, Daniel, we got to grind out like 40 matches on Rocket League right now until I tier up to get that car.
And you know what?
And we had fun.
You had fun, yes. But that's not the goal for any game that's employing the Battle Pass. What the goal is to get you to be like, to not only to buy the Battle Pass, but then also almost a lot of those companies that employ the Battle Pass offer boosts and shit for your XP on the Battle Pass as an additional microtransaction.
Boost your XP.
Yes.
They didn't do that.
I know.
So
I'm saying
Rocket League didn't do that. Okay.
I'm not saying Rocket League. I'm saying some games. I'm thinking Call of Duty right now does that. Where you buy the you buy the Battle Pass. And then you can buy XP and buy levels to it because it's 100 fucking tiers that take at least several hours a piece to get through. And what the goal is to basically guilt and pressure you into feeling as though you need to get as much of your dollar out of that you will then spend more money to then buy more boosts. And then by that, you will be in the game longer, which will then make the percentage that you will then buy a skin or something unrelated to the Battle Pass higher. That is the point. The point is not to be fun. The point is to get you to spend more money.
Let me just say right now that I am going to play the part of Devil's Advocate solely based off of Rocket League because I did not agree. I did not agree based off of what you said.
Again, no. The point, I don't. All right, so this is what the point of the Battle Pass is.
I know what the point of the Battle Pass. I'm saying that I'm playing Devil's Advocate because I don't buy Battle Passes, or I guess in my case, I don't buy any other kind of pass other than the Rocket Pass.
You don't. Only pass. And again, this is just Rocket League. I'm saying broadly.
I'm playing the
Fortnite
character.
Fortnite does what I'm saying. Pretty much any other thing that has a Battle Pass, Call of Duty does it.
Dead by Daylight even does it.
Yes.
Which is what I was going to talk about.
Yeah, the point is to guilt you into playing more, which the longer you play, obviously analytics will say the greater percentage that you will buy more additional microtransactions the longer you play the game.
Absolutely.
So that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that Rocket League specifically is doing that.
I know that, and I'm saying that I'm speaking only from my knowledge as buying Rocket Passes. I've never bought any other pass other than a Rocket Pass. And I will say that you're right. I mean, throughout Rocket Pass, I've spent it outside of buying Rocket Pass and the game itself. I've spent at least $100 on cars. At least $100 on cars.
Exactly. And how much was the game when you bought it? 20?
Well, no, it depends because you buy credits. They're not
the game. Talking about the game,
money.
The initial buy-in purchase of the game was how much?
Oh, the game was like about $40. Yeah.
Exactly. Go ahead, Chris.
I just also wanted to add that if you're spending all your time playing, well, we won't say the Rocket Pass, but we'll just say you're playing a game because you want to complete your pass, then you're going to be like, hey, get your friends on, and everybody's going to see that you're playing on it. It's going to pressure them to want to play that game too because they want to be included, and then they're going to see that there's a disparity between you two if they don't have it.
That's
Because
why
you get
I
the
got the
new
rocket
gun,
pass
you get
because
the new
Daniel told me to
cars,
get
Yep.
it.
you get the new
There's-
skins,
There's
you get
the
new
human
shit,
that
and
initial
that pressures you
Yep.
to want it.
Yes. Yeah. And when you see, oh, my friend plays this more, he's farther along. I've got to fucking grind. Yes.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Daniel
Yeah,
got
yeah,
it, and he was
it's-
like at
it's-
level 60 when I bought it. So I was like, "Fuck, I gotta
It's
hurry."
just sad that
Exactly.
if you don't
Right there.
unlock everything for that $10 buy-in, you lose what you didn't unlock,
Yes.
even though
Yep.
you paid for the
Forever.
whole thing. Like,
Yep,
why not
you
just
lose
at
it
the
all.
end of the season? Why not just put it in your account and be like, well, you didn't earn it, but here it is anyway. Like, what?
Do X, Y, and Z to unlock it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's
That
down
makes
the
sense.
See,
That's a good
that's-
point. That's a very
that's-
good point.
That's the painful part. Is Dead by Daylight was free on the PlayStation Network a couple of years ago, and that's when I got Dead by Daylight, and I've probably spent $100.
Yep. Look, I'm gonna get there soon. So you guys keep going. I'm worse. So there's a specific game. So go ahead.
Oh man,
Is it League
yeah,
of
no,
Legends?
the
It could be.
killers and the survivors. I totally buy into them for DLC. I'm like, I gotta have them.
I have all the
play
rest of
them.
it, so I got to get this one too.
Yeah, I have to have it. And so they also do they don't call it a battle pass or anything. They call it the Rift. The Rift
But it's the same
opens
thing.
every couple of yeah. It's the same thing. You pay $10 and you can get, so like the Rift opens for everybody and you can get like skins and stuff if you play enough. But like unless you pay the $10, the premium Rift or whatever, you don't get as many things.
You get more XP. Yeah, exactly.
Overwatch
You get more
is
XP
only
towards
fans.
that. Yeah, towards unlocking.
not just experience, but you get like skins, hairstyles for your thing. But like
Yeah.
every time you level up, you get something with the $10 one. But it takes like 10 or 20 levels to get anything on the free one.
Yep.
And it's just
Again, making it
it's
very,
painful.
very difficult.
I
to
did buy
get
the
it, yeah.
Rift. The first time that they introduced that, I bought the Rift the first time, and I was like, "Oh, this is really cool." I didn't realize that you have to keep paying $10.
Destiny 2 is another one like that.
Oh
So
yeah.
bad.
So I've only bought the Rift one time when it first came out. I haven't done it anymore, which I'm proud of myself for that. But man, do I buy into the DLCs? Can't with the kit.
So-
I just want all of them.
Yep.
The thing about buying stuff, whether it be the pass or any kind of DLC on Rocket League, and I credit the game itself for this because it doesn't give people who buy stuff an unfair advantage. Everything is purely aesthetic. It doesn't matter what car you're using.
I want to stop
At
you there.
all.
I want to stop you there because we're gonna get there. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I want to
Okay.
stop
No,
you
that's
there.
fine. That's fine. If it's for a better top,
Yes.
if it's for a
we,
better
we got
segment,
way off the rails after the season's pass thing, and I got some more things in terms of different kinds of microtransactions to talk about.
fine.
So I put down another one that's this isn't an actual term, but I titled it "Endless Microtransactions," and I want to use Evolve as that example.
Oh yeah.
So I don't think Jake ever played Evolve with us, but
I remember playing Evolve.
I'm pretty sure you did.
Yeah, I
You did.
do.
Oh, I thought you
did.
said I never. I thought you said
No.
okay.
I do
Okay, yeah.
remember.
So-
I do remember.
So Evolve was a game where there was four hunters, and you would hunt a monster. It was 4v1.
like Dead by Daylight.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, it was
Reverse
a little
Dead
bit
by
different.
Daylight.
It was a little bit different, but the monster would run and try to evolve itself. Like, so stage 1, it was really weak, and the hunters had the advantage. Stage 2, it was about even in terms of total power level. Stage 3, the monster would have
The advantage.
the advantage. But as the monster, you try to run away from the hunters and eat a bunch of shit to try to evolve while they track you.
So reverse Dead by Daylight.
Yeah, pretty much the exact opposite. Yeah. But in that game, they had a season's pass for the 4 extra DLC hunters and I think the 2 monsters they ended up adding. So they had a season's pass, but then they also basically just had endless microtransactions in terms of skin packs and stuff for monsters and guns and hunters and stuff like that. Like, again though, all cosmetic. I'm not saying that this is bad, but I mean, you would just scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll through all the skins and extra crap like that they had for Evolve, and it really seemed like as the player base decreased over the first couple weeks really drastically, they just pumped a bunch of it out to try to cash grab as much as they could before the game basically died. Which again,
Rather
I
than
guess
trying to support the game and make it fun and actually enhance it, the experience on the user's perspective.
yes.
They just wanted to be like, check out this pretty skin, check out this funny looking gun, haha. Seem
Yeah.
familiar?
Which that game came out probably 6 years ago, and there hasn't been a sequel. So I mean, obviously they weren't trying to, be like, oh, let's, so it was
They weren't
like
concerned
This
about
where-
the
part of that
this where I can talk about
multiplayer
my
craze.
topic?
No,
This is where I can talk
You'll
about
know.
what I was saying now?
you'll know.
Okay.
Then the next thing I've got right here is pay to win. So this is also another type of microtransaction, and I will use Clash of Clans as an example. I will use competitive card games like Ultimate Team and Hearthstone for examples, and I will also use the initial release of Star Wars Battlefront 2, which was literally the worst thing ever. And EA knew it because it was a Star Wars game. When that game first came out, you had to grind and grind and grind to be able to purchase a hero character to play as. You had to literally purchase the opportunity to play as a hero character. And like Darth Vader and Luke and all that stuff, of course, all the really popular ones that everyone fucking loves were crazy expensive. Or you could just buy them each. I think it was like, what was it, like $20? I think it was $20 each for right for them each. And I believe that when the game shipped, there was probably 15 or 20 hero characters total.
20 a pop, baby.
Oh yeah, dude, absolutely. And of course, in a game that's multiplayer like that, certain ones are going to be a lot better than others because there's a meta. Where Darth Vader has been basically at the top since the game has been reformed and stuff in terms of like the meta, all that stuff. But yeah, it was they designed it to where it was almost impossible. I should have looked up the numbers, but someone did the math on Reddit when the game first came out and basically discerned that it cost like close, I think, to get everything that they were charging for it because it was also random drops. That's right, it was random drops.
It was
took
RNG.
on average about $3,000 worth, I believe. I know it was over 1,000. It was about 3,000, and I'm trying to remember. I'm sorry if I'm way off, but it was an absolutely ridiculous sum of money that it took to buy on average and get all of the characters in the game. Or you could spend thousands of hours grinding. I think Jake's looking it up. Please do that. I don't know why that I spaced out on that earlier, but
you get a sense of achievement, Matt.
Yeah. Like the surprise tactics, which is what EA calls them, by the way. So we're gonna get on to loot boxes in a little bit, but yeah, this is a little bit of both in terms of loot boxes and pay to win. But yeah, Clash of Clans, you pay basically to advance your if you guys remember that craze when everybody played Clash of Clans, you could pay to have your shit research and build faster and stuff like that, which is ridiculous.
And you only had X amount of energy to do stuff. And
or you could just pay for
X
more
amount of
energy, and they nickel and dimed you for literally everything. Because once you played for maybe an hour or two, you'd hit basically a wall where when you would evolve something, it would take like 3 days to fucking build. Or you could pay $5.
In that cesspit.
Who?
Mobile gaming is still in that cesspit.
That's why I was just gonna touch on it there. Then you've got again Ultimate Team, which we already touched on, where you pay money, an exorbitant amount of money for slight 1% chance of getting a really good card to play. And same with like Hearthstone, where you just spend a bunch of money on packs and stuff to have a better card or like deck to build, for the meta and stuff, which changes, by the way, every couple months when they have a new expansion or something like that. So you got to spend all that money again to drop on all your card packs to be able to compete with people. Do you look at it? You see anything up? You find anything yet?
So I don't have a monetary number, but basically one player calculated that ordinary multiplayer returned 250 credits for 10 minutes of online play, meaning 60,000 credits to unlock a player like Darth Vader or Luke Skywalker would require 40 hours of gameplay alone.
That's just for one character.
Wow.
That is for one character.
Yeah.
That's for one. There was an internet firestorm about this game when it came out, to the fact that EA literally
than
had
Fallout.
to remake the game.
Yeah, almost. It was a firestorm almost bigger than Fallout 73. I would say
76.
it was way bigger than Fallout 76 because it was.
Well, yeah. Well, the thing with Fallout 76 was, one, it was a shit game, and two, the
It
people
wasn't
that
even
got
finished.
yeah, it wasn't finished, and two, the duffel bags or something that people that bought the collector's edition weren't.
Yeah, they were supposed to be like military grade.
Yeah, they were.
mesh
Yeah, but they were
bags,
shit.
and they were plastic.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that was that, but I feel like what EA did was a little more egregious,
Absolutely.
and making the game just not fun and basically impossible for people to play.
Yeah, that's 40 hours for one character.
One character.
Mm.
And you
Yeah.
said there's what 15 hero
At
villain
least.
characters.
There's more now.
Yeah.
But yeah, at least. So yeah, that was an absolute shitstorm. The internet absolutely destroyed EA over that.
They're still trying to recover from that.
Yeah, they're still trying to recover from it. Battlefront 2 is a playable game, and it is very fun for what it is now. I think me and Chris can vouch for that. It's fun.
It's not bad now.
It's a lot better than it was.
I had a good time playing Battlefront.
Yeah.
When I played with you guys, it was fun. Yeah.
We bought it. I think Chris and I bought it. Chris and I bought the first one, which was so bare bones and boring as shit. The second one was definitely, the gameplay was better, but when we first started playing it, it was terrible.
Sale.
Mhm.
It was like $8 when I bought it.
I got it through EA Pass.
Yeah.
So
But yeah, so now we're gonna go to. So that's all the stuff that we've been through, how microtransactions have changed and all that stuff. But now the main two forms of microtransactions come in the free-to-play model, which normally is a free-to-play downloadable game that allows you to obviously play for free, and offers now a battle pass or either a battle pass or basically just all cosmetic stuff that is super over the top and super detailed to make you want to buy it. And then they market it to children who, of course, as children do, shame their friends that don't have the awesome skins and stuff like that.
Yes.
Of course.
children,
Okay.
I shame my brothers.
Yeah. You know, you
a
get
grown-ass man.
pieces of shit like Jake who shame people into buying skins.
Oh, you didn't buy the Rocket Pass this year, I see.
Yeah.
You pe-
What are you
Yeah.
fucking poor?
Exactly. Yeah. You poor bastard. Yeah. So we've got free to play and loot boxes. Loot boxes, to explain basically what a loot
have
box
been
is.
banned in multiple countries.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
They are that bad. And what a loot box is, you basically spend a random amount of money. Normally it's like $1, $2, and then it goes to like $5, $10, $20, usually all the way up to
Overwatch.
$100.
Overwatch.
Yeah. I'm going to, and what they'll do is they'll be like, look, guys, it's a better deal. Buy the $20 one because you get 5 extra ones for free, is what they'll say, because they'll be like, it was $1 for one. It's $5 for 6. You get one free. It's $20 for 25 or whatever, so what are you doing? Are you yes, you
Not,
idiot
not
with
to
the
bring
smirk
up-
on his face.
Not to bring up mobile games again,
Oh, Lord.
but I have fallen victim to that model, especially in Mario Kart World Tour.
Dude, you need to uninstall that game right now.
Well, I was
World-
paying for a long time.
It's
I
the
was
same
paying
as
for
Mario
the
Kart
gold-
Run, where you could download it for free, and then you had to pay $10 for that game.
I was paying for honestly, up until last month, I was paying about $5 a month for the gold pass. I don't remember exactly what it's called, but you get higher drop rates on their loot crates.
Are they
You
massively
are
higher
a
in your
fool.
experience?
You were a fool.
They are noticeably higher. They were noticeably higher. I will say that. Yes, they were.
All right,
I
but
got-
anyway, so a loot box, after explaining what the pricing point usually is, a loot box is something that you pay for that drops random cosmetic items at complete random, where the ones that you really, really want, like the quote unquote the legendary skins and stuff like that, they're way more rare than really common stuff, of course. So they add that level of like exclusivity to those types of things to make you want to buy more. But in every game I've ever seen with loot boxes, you can get multiple drops of the same thing. So if you have a legendary skin, for example, we're going to use Overwatch because this is the most egregious form I've ever seen, really, of loot boxes. You will say so you have a legendary skin for Genji or something, but you want this certain legendary skin for Tracer that just came out during the event or whatever, and you will spend $20 on your loot boxes and get literally random shit with no, you may not get a single legendary in any of those the entire
You'll
time.
get stickers.
Yeah, stickers and sprays and quips and stupid like one-liners and shit that people say
For characters you don't use.
for characters you
Now-
don't use.
I do like when they give you loot boxes for free.
Well, of course, that's to make you want to buy more.
Well,
Yeah,
I
for
get that.
free is-
I understand, but like, you know,
Have you ever
getting
seen
that.
it free where you can't buy with some? Where it's only free?
Yeah,
the game.
no.
Like,
No.
here's your free daily spin.
Yeah,
Spin the wheel and see what you get.
nothing.
Right.
Oh,
But
you
then
want
you
that?
can watch. you
Spin
can
again
watch-
for
you can
$1.99.
watch- Or you can watch some ads and spin.
Oh, yeah, don't watch ads.
They're still making money.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I know,
So-
but I mean, like, that's pretty. I mean, that those kind of loot boxes would be good just free. Like, you get sprays and quips and.
The thought process behind giving you the free ones is that you'll get a
Is to
legendary
get- yes,
every once in a
to-
while and be like, oh,
to get-
yes, shit,
Well, I
let me
gotta
buy
get
5 more and
more.
see if I can get
Yeah.
another one.
Yeah,
Yep.
I get the thought process behind it, but using that against them as someone who wouldn't spend money on loot boxes, it's like, oh, I get some of
Yeah,
them
you
for
don't
free
spend money
sometimes.
on games. How do you have money to spend on loot boxes?
Well, I spend. Well, I don't know.
Yeah, and
All my
that-
money goes into Dead by Daylight, to be
Of
honest.
course, yes, of course.
All my
But
money
it,
goes
it,
into
to
Rocket
me,
League.
it's very, very frustrating and very stupid. I do I do want to address a game that I think does it well. After this, in the free-to-play game model thing, the loot boxes are there just like it's all just about the money. Obviously, they want you to buy as many loot boxes as possible. It's all cosmetic stuff, but they make it so impossibly hard and to get the skin that you want to get. I mean, it's literally like it can be as the odds on it can be as long as like literally like 10,000 to 1 to get that skin that you want to get out of the loot box. But on the odds, I want to say they have recently in some countries they have outlawed loot boxes completely because they are
It's
gambling.
gambling.
They are
It's gambling.
gambling, and I don't care what anybody says. They're exactly the same as a slot machine.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. 100%.
For sure.
The only difference is a slot machine can actually win you something tangible. So a slot
Yeah.
machine is not as bad
Yeah.
Yeah,
as trying to
I agree with
pay
you
for
there.
a digital thing that you can never touch. And you can. What happens when Overwatch 2 comes out? Do you get those skins? Who knows?
No.
Probably not because it's Activision owned.
No.
they're gonna clean slate you after.
Same
A
thing
lot
with
of- a
Madden
lot of
Ultimate
countries-
Team and FIFA. Every single fucking year, the new game comes out, and you have to rebuy all those cards again.
Fuck the
A lot
$200
of countries in the
last year.
EU. It's been primarily in the EU that they've
Yes,
canceled.
they are starting to ban them in Europe,
banned.
and it'll take a long ass time in America, of course. I'm sure.
Oh
That'll
yeah,
never happen.
Yeah, hell yeah.
It'll probably
capitalism.
never happen because America loves money
capitalism.
and capitalism. Yeah, exactly.
We're
But
Mr.
they-
Krabs.
yeah, where yeah,
Corporations
do
have a
it?
voice, but people
Money.
yeah, exactly.
But-
Yeah, here in America, again, like Chris said, where companies have a voice that basically drowned out the people.
Can I jump back into what I was talking about earlier? How I appreciate Rocket League and
Sure.
their methods.
Go ahead.
So, everything that you buy in Rocket League is purely aesthetic. It's not a play to be It's not a pay to be better. It's not a pay to get the advantage on other people. your hitboxes are genuinely the same no matter what car you're driving. So to add off of what you're saying, games that do it well, Rocket League is one 100%, I believe, that does, pay to play.
I second that with Dead by Daylight, because there is no like advantage to buying the Rift besides like you get cosmetics and you can get auric cells, which translate to money in the store basically, so you can buy more skins and more outfits for your character, but it doesn't give you an advantage during the game.
So
that's why I can justify buying a Rocket Pass, is because it's all aesthetic. There's nothing in there that'll make. There's nothing. I suck ass. And no matter how much money I pour into this game, I will always suck ass at Rocket League.
So, since Jake got there well before I did, my next topic was free-to-play game models. And I was going to bring up a game that I think that does it really well. He just couldn't wait any longer.
I couldn't.
League of Legends, in my opinion. People have their problems with this game and the way they monetize things, but in my opinion, League of Legends does it well because, just as Jake said, in this game, everything that you buy in this game is all cosmetic skins and stuff like that that give you no actual advantage in the game.
Yep.
And in my opinion, if you're going to have microtransactions in a game, that's how it should be done.
Yeah,
you can have DLCs. You can have DLCs that adds gameplay. Go ahead, Chris. Go ahead.
What about buying characters in League of Legends? Is that not a microtransaction?
No, because you can earn them through playing the game. You can buy them, but everyone else has equal access to them. It's not like they cost an exorbitant amount of money.
You earn your 63,000, whatever the fuck.
Yeah,
points.
so you do. Yeah, you have. They also have cheaper characters, the ones that have been they're really old. So they don't make it super hard to get into the game when you first start.
That also doesn't make or break your gameplay though. I mean,
exactly.
like with the killers on Dead by Daylight, because that's the only game that I play. The new killer that just came out is the Blight, but everybody sucks at playing him because he's new.
That's exactly like League of Legends. Everyone is shitty with the new champions.
Yes, everybody's learning how to play with the new killer or the new survivor or whatever. So it's not like giving you a 1-up, which
and at this point,
you don't
there's
know
probably
what you have to do.
I think there's like 120 champions in League of Legends. So I mean, at this point, it's not really like a competitive advantage to own the new champion or whatever. But by playing the game, you earn credits after winning. You get more for winning than you do losing, but you get an in-game credit system to buying champions. And champions also do go on sale quite often. Every week, there's a new list of champions that are on sale.
Ow, why are you biting me?
They offer the ability to buy champions with money, but it's mostly just skins and stuff like that offer no competitive advantage.
I think I can safely speak for all of us when I say, at a decent price, when it's purely aesthetic, I think most of us would pay for something.
Yeah,
I think that's a fair statement to say.
And
whether
I think
it
we
be
all
us
have.
four, exactly. Whether it's us four or anybody who's listening or watching, if it's decently priced and it's purely aesthetic, you won't get a leg up on any. I mean, hell, maybe you will get a leg up because whatever. But if it's decently priced and for the vast majority of other players, it's purely aesthetic, we can all justify spending the $6, $5.99, whatever it is.
Well,
for that cosmetic
and
change.
This is what I was about to say. While still on the topic of League of Legends, for me, I've spent a lot of fucking money on skins in this game. Chris can attest. I have a lot of skins for no reason other than I have skins. But I can justify doing that because I spent years playing League of Legends. It's a free-to-play game. And I could justify it saying as though, I have bought this skin and I am now supporting the company by buying this skin that that makes this game that I enjoy playing. So I will buy this skin, one, because I like it a lot, and it will go to this company to then continue
Support
to
them.
Yes.
support them.
That's why I buy the DLC for Dead by Daylight.
Yeah.
And with Rocket League becoming free to play, owned by Epic Games, I've learned that Psyonix now is solely in charge of the Rocket Passes. Psyonix created Rocket League, so that's my way of supporting
Supporting them.
the
Yeah, I'm
creators
sure Epic
of
will
the
get
game.
a cut of it, but you're still supporting them.
I'm still supporting Psyonix 100%. Absolutely.
League of Legends also plays with the meta a lot and adjusts it and balances it,
Yeah.
listens to their community.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas when you think, I'm sorry that I'm getting off on a tangent here.
No, you're
but
fine.
Just hearing you guys talk reminds me, like, I play Call of Duty a good amount, and I find it really fucking frustrating that every 2 months there's 20 more gigabytes downloaded onto my
Oh,
fucking
20?
game.
You're being generous.
Way
It's
more
like
than 20.
80.
Yeah, and so not only is it a hard drive whore, but on the top of that, they're like, "Hey, look at all this new content, this new gun, and this new map, and all this other shit. Just spend $10 and get the fucking battle pass. Oh, by the way, Chris, check out all these fucking new skins for $20 each for each fucking character, or this character that you can spend $20 for. Have fun with that." And it's like, I don't know, they're not improving their game nearly as much. They don't adjust. It's just.
That's what I said. It has to be well done. It has to be
Yeah.
well
Mhm.
implemented
Mm-hmm.
in their game for it to be worth it for me. And I
Yeah.
think Rocket League is a good example of.
The standard is really low in the
Well,
game.
yeah, and
It
the
is. It
companies,
is.
well, there is no standard because the game industry has absolutely exploded in the last 20 years in terms of that's at the moment. Obviously, we don't. I mean, that's the only market that isn't that wasn't cornered as of 5 years ago, but it is becoming cornered with companies like EA and Activision and Epic who are buying everybody up, and Sony and Microsoft buying a bunch of competing developer studios and stuff like that. It's the last market that can be cornered, and that's why you see every big company trying to get into it, like Google trying to do the thing with Stadia, and Apple having their Apple Game Store on mobile and shit like that.
The Apple Arcade.
Yeah, the Apple Arcade, which is shit, and I'm tired of seeing ads for it.
Me too.
Fuck you, Apple Arcade.
Yeah, no one plays mobile games, Apple. Fuck you. Well, apparently a lot of people do, but I don't know
I
who
do.
those
I
people
play
are.
it way too much.
Yeah.
I spend way too
Play
much
a lot of
money on
mobile
it.
games. I'm not even gonna lie.
I will be
shame.
like, wow, this mobile game's cool, I guess. And then I'll find myself taking a shit one day, and I'll be like, why am I playing this? Because I literally was playing a game, I paused it to come in here and then play another game while I'm shitting, and then I'm going to put it away and wait until I shit tomorrow to play it again.
That's why.
Because I have
it's
too many
yours.
real games to play, so why would I play this? And then I
You're
stop
supposed to
playing
play it when you're in bed before you go to sleep at night.
Yeah,
You're
then
up
I
at
stay
night,
until
so when you
5
go to work,
a.m.
you're unproductive.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, so
That was a very good topic, though.
we're not done. We're not done.
Oh, God.
Oh, we're not
I was
done.
gonna say,
We're
it
not.
got
you
us
are
talking.
you are way ahead of me tonight.
I'm
You're trying
sorry.
to rush me through this.
Slow your roll, Jay.
Yeah, you need to
Jake.
slow
I
your
have to
roll,
pee. I'll be
sir.
right back.
Go take a piss. God. So yes,
I'll be
we
right
have
back.
right now the
Alright.
free-to-play model with League of Legends and many
Don't
other
get lost.
games. The other free-to-play model comes from like all the Fortnite and Fortnite clones that are out there that now Epic owns. Has basically Fortnite was they had the first battle pass, which we've already covered in length because Jake wanted to get there way before I did. And then we already covered loot boxes and I cited Overwatch as an example right here.
Yep.
So I guess I'll start with Cheyenne or Chris, whoever wants to start. I guess you guys can decide. But why are some of these microtransactions that we've covered bad? And what are some good examples from you guys that you can think of? Since I've already cited a couple of mine.
I feel like I already did too.
Okay.
We all really have been talking about it, but
So,
I'll say
all right. So then we'll
most
just hit on
egregious
why
examples-
are these types of microtransactions bad, and who are they
Because-
bad for?
As a consumer and as someone who has a budget, $10 you don't really notice very much, and you can fall into this trap of, oh well, it's just $10, every month or every couple of months whenever the new battle pass comes out or
Yeah.
whenever the rift reopens or whatever, so it kind of like lulls you into this sense of it's not that much, but then after a couple of years of paying for that, you realize, oh, well, dang, I just spent over $200 on this game and I didn't get anything physical from it. All it was
Entertainment at that moment in
cosmetics.
time. Or,
Right,
yeah.
cosmetics that you never use, or items that you never use, or whatever. DLC aside, I'm talking more loot boxes,
Yeah,
more
yeah.
cosmetic stuff. But yeah, that's why it's bad. You fall into that, and you don't. I feel like a lot of people, they don't realize how much they're spending on it. Not saying that people are stupid and that they don't realize how much they're spending, but it's easy to overlook $10 here, $10 there, $5.99 for this, or So I feel like that's why it's bad. And then for people, I say people, I mean children who don't have any concept of money and budgeting and all that kind of stuff, that's even easier, especially if
Yep.
they have access to your phone and access to your iTunes account that your credit card's attached
It's so
to.
easy for a kid to just hit A on the Xbox controller and be like, yep, buy that, buy that, buy that,
Yep.
buy that, because they have literally no concept at all. The Xbox makes it so fucking easy, or the PlayStation, all of these platforms,
by the way.
Yeah,
make
your
it
phone does
so easy. If there's a credit card on file, that console or that phone knows it, brings it up, and all you have to do is hit yes. There's no password.
it's
You can
being
set it.
charged.
You can set it. But if you're a parent that doesn't really understand how gaming is
Or doesn't really care.
or doesn't care, you don't set up a password, and then you notice, oh my God, there's $1,000 gone on microtransactions today. And for the most part, recently it has gotten better, but you do have to provide proof of said like basically of your it was your child doing it, all the purchasing and stuff like that. But it has gotten better in terms of like refunding, but at first
It was bad.
all these companies have basically a no refund no matter what on any digital purchase.
Yeah. Because
because they're not losing anything.
Yeah, what are you giving back to them?
Exactly. Because
These loot
basically when
boxes-
you're buying a digital experience that you can't return an experience, right? That's their
Right.
argument.
These
So-
loot boxes and these microtransactions really set not only a dangerous precedent for us as consumers, but also for them as developers, because it shows that they're going to put a lot of, especially with Madden and EA, they're going to put so much focus on this microtransaction machine rather than making it just a fun, playable game. Like,
looking at you, Madden. Looking at
like
you.
think about when you were playing that NFL 2K or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah, 2K5.
That game was, that was actually looking like a fun fucking game, and it came out in 2004. And we're looking at Madden 2020, and we're like, God damn, these animations are fucking lazy. Look at this shit. And that's like just outright shit coding. It's just,
Yeah.
it's egregious, honestly. Like, they've been putting out the same lazy, slapped together, fucking polished turd for years.
They just upped the graphics resolution and slapped the same shit on a new case and sell
But
it.
it's the
Lucky
same
they did.
fucking game engine. They're not even developing.
Yeah. No,
Yeah, and
no.
they're so
God.
lazy that they use a first-person shooter engine for a football game.
Hmm.
And that's
Are you
why
kidding me?
Yeah,
Frostbite
Frostbite
engine
2.
is a Battlefield engine.
Hmm.
And they use it for FIFA and Madden.
Wow.
That's why when tackling they go all limp bodied, huh?
Probably.
And that's why they have to have. That's why it's all animation based. Or yes, it would look shit like that. Yeah.
And everybody clips through each other and
Yep.
stuff.
Yep.
That's garbage. Wow,
And
I
that's
didn't
why
even know that.
they get stuck in an animation walking to the sideline, and you see them walk like 80 feet into the other team's bench.
Yeah. Or through the wall, through the stadium and stuff. Yeah.
And that's supposed to be a AAA polished game.
It's yeah.
Yeah.
It's
You paid
supposed to be, but
$60
it's not.
fucking dollars for that. Where's the outrage?
It's well, you also paid $60 for it then to be free, basically, for everyone to play.
This year, yeah, that definitely happened.
Yeah.
And it will happen next year.
Yep.
So they do drastic
Series
changes.
But yeah, so Jake, we were asking, so like, why are these types of microtransactions bad? And you already gave me some good examples. So why are they bad, and who are they bad for?
Well, microtransactions are just bad in general. I mean, when you start up a game, you want to get good at that game to be good at the game, especially when it comes to games like online multiplayer games. You want the ultimate goal. I mean, if you want to be nerdy, especially on this podcast, you want to be the very best like no one ever was, right?
Good.
Right. You want to be the best. So your whole deal is to get good. And when it gets locked by your financial situation or your time dedication situation, that
After
becomes
you've already bought the initial buying cost.
exactly after you've already spent the spent the money for the initial game. It's unfair. It's absolutely unfair. There's For aesthetics only, I can stomach that. I can stomach for, hey, here's a new design. It's $1.99. If you want your player or your car or whatever to look like this, spend $1.99. And again, I mean, because one of the games that I solely only spend money on is Rocket League. That's what I'm going to fall back on. That's one of the few games I can justify spending, $4 for a skin, a boost effect, and a goal explosion. Like, hey, that's worth it. I had an extra $5 this month. I can throw it that way. Or like, what was it? Dauntless.
Yes.
Remember that?
Yes,
That
I
was
gonna bring it up.
another epic game.
Yeah.
I spent.
With a
I
battle
think
pass.
I spent. No, I didn't buy a battle
With,
pass.
I'm just saying with. You're good.
Oh, I spent $5 just to buy that animation of me entering the world
And falling on your
face
face. Yeah.
Exactly.
That was great.
And it was just that made playing the game alone fun.
That was probably
With
the
that
best
animation.
$5 you ever spent.
Exactly. It was a face plant on the floor, and it was literally an entrance animation. There was no XP boost, there was no strength boost, nothing.
It was
And
just
things like that.
hilarious.
Things like that I can stomach. It's like, hey, you know what? That's really fun, and I like the idea, and it's not going to make me better, and it's not going to make me worse. So sure, I can stomach that.
It's a
But-
$5 laugh.
Yeah, it's
Exactly.
And
You
it doesn't
laugh for
end because you
$5.
fucking
And it works.
you drop
It always
into the
works.
game every 10 minutes.
Every time.
It's
And
yeah.
every
yeah.
time. So-
and you think about it and you're like, oh, that was funny.
Other than that, like pay to play or pay to be better, it's so shitty. There's nothing more upsetting to me than paying $60 full price for a game and it coming to me incomplete.
And then losing to people that pay that have more money than you.
Exactly. Like, great. I don't already feel bad for being poor, but now when I try and do something that I can afford and enjoy, it's going to make me feel even shittier for being poor.
Yeah, it's not fun anymore.
Yep.
No, it's not.
I like when DLC adds actually interesting content. Like, do
Mhm.
you remember years ago when Guitar Hero was a thing and you could download different tracks from
Songs,
different
Yeah.
different
Like-
songs.
Yeah. Yeah.
That
and
was
like,
fun.
yeah, you'd pay money for it, but you could
But you got new
the fuck?
songs.
You could play that. You could play it on 5 different difficulties or something. and it
I
would be-
paid for Des Moines
Hell
by
yes.
Devil Wears
Awesome.
Prada.
Oh,
Yeah, all those
yeah.
bonus tracks, baby. Let's
And
go.
then I think The Witcher 3 really did DLC well too when it added
Yeah.
the different like expansion packs and all this new
Well, it
maps,
treated it-
new shit.
Yeah, it treated it differently though because
Like a
DLCs,
different game almost.
by their definition, they added DLCs for free, but
Yeah.
they charged for
The skins.
expansions,
hmm
and that took years and a lot of effort to actually make.
So
But they
is-
were good.
would you
And it
say there's
shines
a
through when
difference
you play
then?
it.
Would you say there's a difference then between expansion packs and DLC?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I would say, I know this is getting really deep into this, but if an expansion pass to me expands the game's
Story that's already there.
overall experience and adds extra story to the game.
Okay.
A DLC,
And extra hours of
yeah,
gameplay.
yes.
What about with Arkham Knight when it added like just 6 hours of shit or something like that? Is
So
that enough?
Still
it's
expanding
still
the
an
story.
expansion, But again, they had a bunch of DLCs before that, but that was all like in the seasons past and stuff. So yeah, so on the Arkham Knight thing, I would say like all the skins and all the Batmobile races and all that stuff, those were DLCs. But the extra side missions and stuff like that, that would be an expansion.
Then maybe we're in.
It just depends
We're
on the
in
size, I
I was
guess.
gonna say, I think we're in an issue of verbiage
Yes.
where
Mhm.
if people would,
Yeah, you
if
can
they would
say
say,
anything
hey,
is an expansion. There's no real
Yeah,
definition
exactly.
for that.
Mm-hmm.
well, no, what I'm trying to say is if we get into the habit of saying, hey, an expansion pack, it's it's X amount of dollars for X amount hours of additional gameplay,
Yeah,
whereas DLC is purely aesthetic bullshit.
Yeah.
pretty much.
I think that would alleviate a lot of the struggles that us as gamers
But
have.
the
Face.
companies want to leave it like ambiguous like that.
Ambiguous, absolutely.
But yeah, so I guess it's bad for the consumers and bad especially for the kids that play these games because they don't have a concept of that stuff.
It's bad for the devs.
It's bad for the devs
their
too,
reputation,
especially
in
the
our
one.
opinion.
Yeah, and they're the ones that get shit on by the companies that own them, forcing them to do
Mhm.
these things. And I will use Rockstar as an example for this. The absolute ridiculous monetization of GTA Online and Red Dead
What
Online.
about Red Dead 2? How about
Yeah,
that?
Red Dead Online is
The amount of money my brother has spent on Forza Horizons,
Oh man.
the amount of I will say the amount of money my parents have spent and the amount of time my brother has spent doing chores
To pay it off.
is exuberant.
But yeah, so in that same vein, like, so Take-Two Interactive, which is the parent company for 2K and Rockstar and stuff like that. It's never really explicitly been said, but at this point, I basically see all the online game modes in Rockstar games. It's like they have like an agreement with Take-Two Interactive. They're like, Take-Two's like, all right, Rockstar, we'll let you make this single player game that you really like, and we'll let you take as long as you want. But when it comes to the multiplayer, it has to be exactly how we want it in terms of how it's monetized, how it's developed, what's added to the game, and when. And that's where Rockstar has to basically, there's give and take there because Take-Two owns them.
But they want their cash cow.
But they want their cash cow. Exactly. Because when you look at GTA Online, that didn't even launch with the game initially. It took about a month or two for GTA Online to come out. It was absolute garbage. It didn't work. It still doesn't work. Me, Chris, and Cheyenne played that game for years,
Right.
probably every day, and it just fucking every day we would lag out and stuff. It would never
It
work.
take 15 minutes to get in the
Never
same
work.
lobby every
Yeah.
And
time.
it's still like that, and people still spend all that money because it's GTA. And the reason why I think it's taken so long for them to even announce a new GTA or anything like that is they are trying to get Red Dead to take off, but they haven't been able.
I was going to say they're
it
trying to
hasn't-
get their online right.
Yes, they're trying to get Red Dead Online to take off, and it is not. And you can see that with how long it took for them. Chris, I think they added the Moonshiners in December of last year, and it took them until, wasn't it June or July before they added the newest one that had nothing.
Yeah.
It was basically
Yeah.
nothing.
It was so disappointing.
They've all but given up on Red Dead Online.
Red Dead
because
2 was
people
almost dead in
are
the
not
cradle
playing it. Yeah, it's
at launch.
Yeah.
it's almost dead completely. Not to
You
have
say
any-
it's Red Dead?
Yeah, fuck you.
Red Dead.
Shut up. But GTA Online's still going strong.
I know Daniel plays the hell out of
I'm
that.
pretty sure GTA Online, from what I heard, has raked in like $5 billion a year the last couple years in microtransactions.
Shout out to Daniel, my younger
He's
brother.
about a half of that, right?
The addition of
At least.
those shark cards and shit really
Yeah. Yep.
is what helped it.
And if you see, like, they were adding, some cars and stuff like that at first, but now if you look at it now, it's like ridiculous crap. But it's all the stuff costs so much in-game money for you to be able to actually fully enjoy. It is geared towards making you want to buy those shark cards to give your in-game character more money to own, because so like a lot of the DLCs are like you're like a CEO of a dirty company that goes and does like, you know, criminal activity and stuff like that, but you got to pay like $10 million for the building and the penthouse or whatever to be able to operate it, and like that, like you get like $25,000 for winning a race and stuff like that, but you got to pay like millions of dollars in the game for those things, and they make it almost impossible to play through the game legit. I mean, now they're basically giving away money for free because now they're just milking it because it's almost dry, because GTA 6 is around the corner in a couple years, and they're absolutely pulling on those udders, man, trying to get every last dime that they can while this game is still.
Yeah, but
in
eventually it's
existence.
just going to be blood and pus coming out of that and not milk.
I would even say it's that far right now, but there's still traces of milk in there.
Good thing we have pasteurization, am I right?
Louis Pasteur.
Yep.
All right, that's Cheyenne's hero, everybody.
No, it's not.
All right, so yeah, I had a good and bad list, but we basically touched on all of them without even getting to it. So my good list, I had League of Legends and why. I had Witcher 3 and why. I did actually have Fortnite and Battle Passes under good, because I do think, while it is still kind of scummy in the grand scheme of microtransactions, Battle
It's not a
Passes
pay
are
to win.
better. Yes, they're not pay to win, and they're better than loot boxes.
Yeah,
True. It's an improvement on
It is an improvement, yes.
on that concept.
but I wouldn't say it's good. I'd say it's a good starting place, but it can get better.
It's but my bad. I've got Overwatch for loot boxes, Star Wars Battlefront 2, and Madden, and FIFA for Ultimate Team. Just to
I
name
agree
a
with
few.
literally every positioning you put those in.
Yeah.
But you don't play Rocket League. I would have added Rocket League to the good list because
And
again,
Dead by
I put
Daylight.
slash Battle Pass, so like any game that has a Battle Pass. Is
yeah,
really good.
any kind of
And-
where anything
And Dead
any
by
game
Daylight,
or
Cheyenne.
anything-
Okay, yes, I put it in there. Again,
any
Battle
game
Pass.
where any game
It's a
where
rift.
whatever you pay for is aesthetic, it's a win. You know, I mean,
Yeah, I would
Not a
not put
Battle
Call of
Pass.
Duty's Battle Pass under good, because
No.
theirs is not good.
No.
They have theirs is just a con to get. It's so much easier to see what they try to do for that. But anyway, I would definitely put Call of Duty's Battle Pass as bad.
this was a very good topic. It got us all very
Oh, yeah, and, I
passionate
mean, people
about
have
what we
different
play and how we
opinions and
pay
stuff.
for games and stuff. It was a very good topic. I really enjoyed this.
I love being
Mhm.
titillated.
Ooh, well, speaking of being titillated,
$3 words.
we got one more titillizing topic for you guys.
We're gonna be titillated.
Shining
Yes.
behind me. Oh, it's my sword.
Oh, okay.
That's what
for anyone
shining
listening to
behind
the podcast, Jake has now whipped out a sword.
For what
Well, I
reason
had
we
this-
don't know.
What is that?
No,
a
it
claymore?
was
What
just-
what the fuck is that?
I don't know what it is. We got it.
We're
From
getting
basic
off the
training.
rails now.
No, it's too small to be a claymore. I don't know what it is.
Oh Lord, we're off the rails.
It was just shining behind me. And it
All right, we're
irritated
getting
me.
back on the rails now. It's been shining for the last hour and 40 minutes.
Sorry.
So
Off
before
the
we end, we're
rails.
going to titilize you, as we've been using now, with one more segment real quick before we head out.
Just one?
Just one more. Do
Okay.
I need to say it again? One more.
All right. All right.
Uno
One more
mas
time.
for those
We're
international.
going to try and attempt to get you guys in the mood. But of
The
course, I mean
mood?
the Halloween mood.
the Halloweeny mood.
Enter cricket sound here.
Rude.
I'll mark that for myself. For
I
later.
want to be in the Halloweeny mood.
All right, Cheyenne, get us in the Halloweeny mood. What you got for us?
I got a really cool game that I actually played, and you know how I feel about playing.
I know how
horror
you feel
games.
about games that you play.
That
It's
too.
Dead by Daylight.
No, it's not.
Actually, it isn't.
Actually, it
it
isn't.
I'm
actually
shocked. Color
Damn,
me
it-
I am-
surprised.
Yeah.
it
I am
should've been- it
gobsmacked
should've
that
been.
it's not Dead by Daylight.
Gobsmacked.
No. I
Love it.
mean, yeah, if you want a good multiplayer game, Dead by Daylight's the one for you. But
By the way, I'm sorry. That would be an amazing Godsmack parody band.
Gobsmacked.
Gobsmacked.
Yeah. Yes. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cheyenne, go. I'm sorry.
Anyway, so this game is based off a movie that was based off another movie that was based off a legend in Maine. Anyway, it's the Blair Witch. Came out.
I played that.
Yeah,
Hey,
it
You guys
came
can talk
out
about
on-
that. That's why
it
I was
came-
like, oh, thanks, Cheyenne. That's awesome.
I almost suggested that game too.
Jake, shut the fuck up.
It came out on Game Pass.
Continue.
So it was free to play to me. Well, I mean, free to people. You know what I mean.
Did you beat it?
Anyway, no.
Let
you-
the woman finish.
Do you know who I am? No, but it was a really big step for me to play it at all because I'm terrible at playing horror games. Love watching people play horror games.
How-
Terrible at playing on myself because I get too scared. But I decided I'm going to play this one because I love the movie. I hated the ending, but I love the movie.
That's a whole nother topic.
I know. But that's why I picked it up. And you have a dog in this game, and it's really interesting. And you're very detective like. You're finding clues. You're walking through the forest. There's
How far
really,
did you get?
oh my god, to the part where you started battling the monsters, and then I got scared.
Oh my goodness.
So you
Jesus.
like
For like
battle
2
them.
hours or maybe
Yeah,
an
you
hour.
like. Well, maybe like 2 hours, but you start to battle them with your flashlight, and you're like, you like getting them out of the
You
thing,
just
and
shine
then
it on them.
I kept dying, and then I was like, I don't know.
Just hold the light on them and then they die.
And it like vibrates, and I'm like, oh. But anyway, I finished watching somebody play it. It's really good. And if you're good at playing scary games, and if you like scary games, I definitely recommend it. It's very interesting the way that they bring everything together. You find, I don't know if you've ever watched the Blair Witch movie, but you remember the little sticks that they're
Have
tied.
you guys righted? Have you guys righted the
Have you guys
the Blair Witch
righted?
movie?
Because if you
No.
have righted it, I need you to watch it down to write it.
Uh-huh.
Okay?
Uh-huh.
Because it's a good movie to write, honestly.
You're giving me a stroke doing this, so please stop.
Yeah,
it's
me
a good movie
too.
to watch, but there's these little totems that she ties into the Blair Witch. She ties into the trees. You break them. Anyway, you also have a dog.
It's
and
like
I
a
mean,
pouch of
plus,
skin, hair, and teeth.
Guys, you
Yeah.
also have a dog in
Wait,
this game.
wait.
You have a dog.
Wait, does the
Yeah.
dog die?
Yep, I was gonna ask that. Chris,
No.
we're gonna have to come to you, buddy.
Was that a yes or no?
Yes. It
All right, I'll never
absolutely
play the game then.
Don't
Fucking
say
does.
that.
Then it's
Don't
a
say
then it's a
And
s-
let me tell you, there was a segment in it. Oh, it's a spoiler though.
Yeah, shut up.
Oh,
That's
Yeah,
why I
no,
didn't
we
say-
probably shouldn't.
That's
Yeah.
why I
Hold on.
didn't say anything about
I won't.
that.
I have
Sorry,
I
that's a
have
gate. That's a gate thing. If it's a game that has a dog in it or a movie that has a dog in it, if it dies, I can't watch it.
okay to
Such a good
piggyback
game.
off of that. If I watch a movie or play a game and there's a dog in it and it dies, it can never be better than a 7 out of 10.
This game
Never.
isn't even that. It's not even that. Nowhere near that. Like, I
But
love
it's fun to
horror
play.
games.
Does the dog get hurt or changed in any physical way possible?
I think they already said
Yeah.
yes when Chris said
Yeah.
yes, the dog dies.
Yep, then it will never be better than a 7 out of 10.
I'm not trying to
It's just
convince
a
you that
horror
it's
game
a 10 out of
recommendation.
10.
Jesus, we don't
I'm
need to
just
shit on it.
recommending it's got an
No,
interesting
just-
story, interesting gameplay, and yeah, the
that
dog
has
dies.
been my rating scale since I went and saw I Am
I'm
Legend
Legend.
with
I
Will
know
Smith.
it. I knew it.
Oh, yep.
I'll never watch that
If-
movie ever
Sadness.
again. I will
If,
never
if
watch
the
it.
dog
ever.
gets hurt or has to die, it will never be better than a 7 out of 10.
So what's your
Oh, man.
recommendation, Jake?
My recommendation?
Yeah, your recommendation, Jake.
My recommendation actually comes from a game I literally just discovered this week. I'm probably going to convince Allison to play it. And it's not really so much a scary game as it is just something that, because of the way Netflix released this series, it's always associated with Halloween to me.
Witcher.
No,
Damn it.
it is Stranger Things 3, the game.
Oh, I thought about downloading that.
Is that like an
In-
arcade game?
Yeah.
No,
Kind
it's
of.
more, kind of. It's more so like a
pixel.
Super NES game.
Yeah, like a pixel
Super
horror.
Nintendo
16-bit?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it looks Super Nintendo-y. It's co-op. Allison and I are looking for more co-op games to play, and we just recently finished Super Mario 3D World for the second or third time. I can't remember. But this game looks like a lot of fun. It's definitely co-op. You can play as any of your favorite Stranger Things characters, whether it be Will, Eleven, Hopper, whoever you want it to be. Um, it's a 16-bit game. It looks like it came out on Super Nintendo, and from the trailers and stuff and gameplay that I've seen, it's very much so encouraged that it's a co-op game, and it's available on all current because PS5 and Xbox Series X haven't been
Again,
released
this is
yet.
recorded October 5th.
So yeah, that stuff's in the future.
It's all still current gen systems. It's available on all current gen systems. It looks fun, and I think I'm going to spend. I think it's $15 right now.
I think it's on.
Like that.
I think it's on Game Pass for Xbox.
I'll have to look into that if it is, because if it is,
Yeah,
then I'm
don't
just
buy
gonna
it,
get
man.
it there.
Yeah, because
Yeah, if it is.
while you keep talking, I'll look at it because I'm pretty sure I saw the announcement for it on Game Pass.
But it's got a 9 out of 10 on ratings from what I've seen. I think the ratings that I've seen were from Metacritic and IGN. So, it's definitely at least critically acclaimed. It looks fun. And again, if you're spending Halloween with your significant other, whoever that may be.
Yes, that's a thing now. There's one against me. Now there's one against you.
Significant other.
Significant other. You sound like a fucking Cockney British man.
Whatever.
Now you gotta start saying bruv.
Bro. But
Yeah, it is.
it looks fun.
Stranger Things 3 is on Game Pass for Xbox.
Yeah, and it's on Xbox Game Pass.
Yep.
So you don't
Well,
have to
then
buy
I
it.
guess I'm.
Do you want me to
Downloading-
the poison for Cusco's poison?
I guess I'm downloading it tonight because that looks like a fun game to play co-op, especially with a significant other.
Yeah.
It's a good upper.
All right, I'm gonna go because I don't have a lot to say about this game because I'm sure Chris has a lot to say about his. I'm going with Resident Evil 2 remake because I'm actually
Love
playing
that
it
game.
right now. Playing it right now on Twitch.
Shameless.
Shameless self-promotion. Yeah.
Shameless self-emotion.
Shameless self-promotion. Yes.
Yes. Shameless plug on my Twitch channel at the moment.
Tune in.
Yes.
It'll
Yeah,
be fun.
Tune in, yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
I was going to
is
play it
fun.
later, but it's already too late probably. And I know Cheyenne wants to watch me play it, so she's about to go to sleep.
Yes.
In
I'm
3,
about to go to
2,
sleep.
1.
No.
Actually, I could, but
Stop. Shut up. Yeah, Resident Evil 2. It's a remade version of the original Resident Evil 2, which, had really old, dated camera angles. They made this one a third-person shooter. I never played the old one, but I've seen it before. But it's really good. It's really fun. I've gotten jump scared a couple times, just from zombies being zombies.
Nice.
But it's very.
I've clipped those.
It's very fun.
If you want to watch them back.
Yeah, whatever.
Thank you,
I'm
Cheyenne.
good. But it's very fun. I enjoy it a lot. I also would not recommend wearing a taco suit while playing it.
You got really hot. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I bet you sweated a lot. In your
it's
taco.
true. All right, Chris, go.
All right, so
It's
I
a sweaty
picked Dead
taco.
Space 2.
Of course, I knew it was going to be a Dead Space game.
Oh
I
my
couldn't
God,
decide whether it was 1 or 2, but I knew it was going to be
2
Dead
is
All right.
Space.
scarier.
So I like 1, but 2 definitely really hits the nail on the head as far as like claustrophobic horror games go.
Fair.
And this game really does it. I don't want to spoil anything for you guys. If you guys haven't seen it, I would love to watch Matt do a playthrough on that.
I'll probably get there eventually.
I'll
Because
watch you play that. Yeah, hell yeah.
it's
'Cause I'm too
gratuitously
much of a
violent.
chicken shit to play it myself.
And it has
Me
plenty
too.
of good jump scares and really I don't know, it's just a well done third person horror game, way better than Blair Witch was done.
Whoa.
I mean, I was so disappointed. I hate it when dogs die
Well,
too.
look,
and things.
Chris needs hardcore horror shit for him to
Mhm.
enjoy
I
it.
fucking need hardcore horror
He-
shit. Like I love
He was
Outlast.
disappointed with Outlast 2 because it wasn't scary
So
enough.
disappointed. So fucking disappointed. I didn't even shit myself.
Oh, yeah, all right. Well, so so on
Damn.
that all right, on that note, and I guess we'll go ahead and wrap up. Now that you're in the mood, Obviously the Halloween mood. Come on. But yeah, so that's gonna do it for us tonight. For those listening in the podcast version, we just ask you to please rate and follow or subscribe, whatever it is, on that specific platform you're using.
Please and thank you.
If you've liked the show, obviously. If you don't, it's fine.
Hey, leave us a comment and give us
Sorry.
ideas about shit to talk about.
Absolutely.
Or
Yeah,
if you
if
just
you-
want to
care
Yeah,
about
if
roast
you don't
us.
give us suggestions.
Yeah, roast us too. That's fun. That's really fun.
Yeah, that's really
Do that.
fun.
I was actually
If you
thinking
think-
about having a roast us segment if we ever get some bad comments on YouTube or anything.
Ooh, that'd be
Yes.
cool.
So, you know,
Alright. I'd be down.
make
Yeah,
it a
and
real
if you
roast.
have-
Don't just roast us to roast us, please.
And if you have any like what's the word I'm looking for?
Cox?
Controversial.
No, constructive criticism.
There you go.
Please let us know. Because
Yeah,
we are still new at this.
Wait, we are?
So
I thought this was episode 500, not 5? Oh. All right, I'm sorry. Anyway, yeah, so, and anyone watching the live version, I was planning on playing Resident Evil after this, Resident Evil 2, but I think I'm going to postpone that till tomorrow night so I can start earlier so more people
Let's
can
play
watch.
Among Us.
Well, it depends on how many people. I'm open. Give me 20 minutes. We all probably need to take a piss break anyway, so yeah, so
good.
I'll be continuing my Resident Evil 2 playthrough tomorrow night in the taco suit. And just one more thing though before we go, we just ask also that you guys please just recommend the show, the podcast, the YouTube video to at least one person if you enjoyed it.
Spread the good word.
Yeah, our
Spread
honestly
the
our
love.
podcast is growing pretty well. Outside of just us and our immediate,
And we thank you for
Families.
that.
we do
Thank
thank you
you
guys
so
so
much.
guys.
for what
Yes,
you have
thank
done.
you, listeners.
Just after
thank you,
4
lovelies.
episodes, we're already almost at 100 total downloads, so that's awesome.
wow.
Thank
And
you,
we're having a
lovelies.
lot
Yes,
of
I'm
fun.
stealing that from Game Grumps.
We're
Awesome.
having a lot of fun doing it. So.
Mhm.
Oh yeah,
So-
absolutely.
This
Thank
is my
you for
favorite
listening to
part
us,
of every
'cause-
week.
Me too.
Yeah.
I
Ending?
look forward to this.
Oh,
No,
oh,
no,
sorry.
no.
Okay, yeah,
Oh.
The whole podcast.
Podcast.
the
Matt.
whole podcast.
Matt, you just had to bring us
No,
down.
I thought
Not
he was
ever
saying
the
this.
pessimist.
Yes. I thought he was referring to every week. This is his favorite part of the podcast, is what I thought he was saying. Ending, and I was like,
No.
wow.
The podcast as a whole is my favorite part of every week.
Yeah.
Yeah, since the
Aw.
Cardinals aren't winning anymore.
Basically,
That's not true. They're still gonna play us twice. That's 2 chances there.
There's
we
a
don't- we
different
never have their
podcast
fucking number.
for sports.
All right,
Different
yeah,
All right.
podcast for
different
sports.
one.
But I'm never
Um,
on it. But anyway,
What I did want to do, though, one more time for anyone that does actually watch the sports podcast, I did want to go ahead and say, also, while Cheyenne was bringing that up, we will do the show this week, but going forward after that, we're going to do a midweek or a mid-season show, and then we're going to take a break, and we'll be back for the playoffs and the Super Bowl.
once
Because-
postseason
'cause,
starts.
Yeah, I'm working my ass off on that. And
It's a lot of work.
It's
You're
been a lot
busy,
of
dude.
it's been a lot of work streaming and getting this show put together during the week. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do that. We've learned a bunch of stuff, like what we want to do and focus on.
and what
and
we
we're
can
gonna-
get copyright claimed on.
Yeah, and we're gonna bring it back next season in a podcast only form that will be released on Fridays.
Weekly.
Weekly before the season, so that it will give us greater flexibility, me and Jake, to record it at any time during the week.
And Chris, you should be in there too.
And yeah, I mean, Chris can join for his Seahawks topics and stuff
Scouts.
like that. Yeah.
Scouts. Yeah, I love the Hawks.
Obviously, if you'd like to. But yeah, so
I'll
that
let everybody know.
is our news going forward. So
cards.
after this week, we will go to a mid-season update, and then we'll be back for the playoffs, because there will be more important things to actually discuss during the playoffs.
We
than
will
just
still,
talk about
however,
every game.
be keeping our weekly peak,
Yes,
weekly pick track.
yes, and I have
Cool.
come up with a winner loser thing. Jake, I can either propose it now or we can wait till Wednesday.
Propose it now.
Propose
Oh.
it now.
Let's see what it is.
Okay,
Yeah,
Cheyenne
let's see
looks
what it
so
is.
bored
So-
already.
my
Whoever loses has to come and visit the other person next.
Okay, that's
We-
100% doable.
I hope you lose, Jake.
Yeah, I would love to come see you guys.
'Cause
I'm
I-
the
I
I
miss
first.
the
also
shit out of you,
I
bro.
also hope you lose because you'll have to come through Nashville.
Yes.
I mean,
Well,
not
we
if
would
he,
fly.
Not if he, yeah, that's a
No
long-ass
flying,
drive.
driving only.
No flying
No,
allowed,
we
Jake.
would fly. Good God,
Holy
with a
shit.
1-year-old, we would
So
fly.
yeah, so I
Better
felt like
take the
that was
bus.
a way that whoever actually lost wouldn't really lose. So
It's
That's
not
fair.
a loss. It's a.
yeah, exactly.
It's.
So like,
yeah,
oh, I
it-
lost. Oh well.
Yeah,
fair.
exactly.
I like that.
That's
Good
fair.
idea.
But yeah, so I guess there's that. So I do want to say one more thing before you guys go, or before we go. I want you guys to stay unapologetically nerdy, and we
Hell
will
yes.
see you guys next week, possibly with some guests.
Ooh.
So
Teaser.
Keep your fingers and toes crossed.
bye, everybody.
And your penis.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yes.
And cross your penises.
Yes.
What?
Yes.
No.
Bye.
Bye bye.